RoCo Radio baseball coverage of the Rockingham County Cougars will start in 2 minutes. Tonight's broadcast of Rock Solid Baseball will start in 1 minute and 30 seconds. Tonight's coverage of Rockingham County Cougar baseball will start in 1 minute. Rockingham County Cougar baseball is on the air with your pregame show starting in 30 seconds. The following is a presentation of RoCo Radio Sports. Rock solid tradition. Excellence on the field, at the plate, and on the mound. This is your home for Cougars baseball. RoCo Radio and RoCoRadio.com.
From the delivery, the 1-2. Right there on the slider, strike three. Caught him looking like a house on the side of the road. Hudson Deal right on the plate, leans over it. The 3-2. And that is hit hard into left field, into the gap. It'll roll to the wall. Rubio will pick it up off the fence.
Just an absolute rope to the gap. And that's driven.
Drilled deep into left field, in left center, way back and out of here. Hudson Deal's the real deal.
We now bring you inside the Sam Jones Baseball Complex for tonight's pregame show. As we get you ready for first pitch, take a trip around the Mid-State Conference, break down tonight's pitching matchup, and visit with Cougar skipper Leighton Helms. Let's head down to the field for Cougars baseball on RoCo Radio and RoCoRadio.com.
Mostly cloudy skies, 72 degrees as we bring you baseball action. Two top teams in the 3-3-6 on RoCo Radio and RoCoRadio.com. It's your Rockingham County Cougars at 10-1 facing the 9-1 Wesleyan Christian Trojans, who are 3-1 on the road, 6-0 at home, and inside the Piedmont Conference 5-0 in the NCISSA. The defending NCISSA champions come to Sam Jones Baseball Complex to face the Cougars, who are 8-0 here at home, 2-1 on the road, and 5-0 in the Mid-State Conference. Glad to have you along. Joe Dexter on the call as we bring you all the action here on your pregame show. Also bring you a conversation with manager Leighton Helms to get you ready for first pitch. We'll break down the pitching matchup. It's Elijah Martin at 2-0 at 3.82 ERA versus Big Nick Rumley. 3-0, 0.00 ERA. Gave up his first hit of the season last week on Thursday against Eastern Alamance. We'll take a closer look at that pitching matchup, your starting batting orders, and so much more coming up here on your pregame show on RoCo Radio and RoCoRadio.com. But first, let's start around the Mid-State Conference. Atop the conference, your Rockingham County Cougars at 5-0 in conference play. They've outscored conference opponents 61-1, 10-1 overall, 129-15. Your run differential for the Cougars. Moorhead stands at 4-0, second in the conference. They've outscored conference opponents 35-20, 8-4 overall, outscoring opponents 94-57. McMichael stands at 5-1 in the conference, 79-19 difference in runs scored in conference play, 10-2 overall in the record books, and a 160-40 differential in runs scored. Walkertown at 1-4 in the conference and 6-4 overall. Reedsville at 0-4 in the conference, 3-7 overall, and Bartlett Yancey at 0-4 in the conference, 3-8 overall. We've got a big slate for you of baseball and softball action coming up this week on RoCo Radio. Of course, we've got this non-conference matchup. Then on Tuesday, it's to Mike Dalton Field as Hatley and I will bring you the call as the McMichael Phoenix host the Rockingham County Cougars, a big mid-state conference matchup. And then on Friday, we'll have the rubber match, the final, the two-game set in conference play as the Cougars host the Phoenix. That's coming up on Friday. On Tuesday, Jay Ramey will bring you the action for future Panthers night at Panthers Stadium and Tommy Woods Field as the Moorhead Panthers host the Reedsville Rams. On Wednesday, the biggest matchup in the conference thus far on the softball diamond as McMichael will travel to Rockingham County to take on the Cougars. We can't wait for the Bomb Squad versus AGP and the Cougars. So we've got a full slate for you on RoCo Radio. To find out listings, make sure you head on over to Facebook.com/Radio Rockingham. Well, in this matchup, the key matchup, what the Scouts are here for, yes, the Scouts from the Guardians, the Dodgers, the Tigers, the Twins, the Mariners, and the White Sox are here to see Big Nick Rumley, the 6'6" righty. He gets the start. So far in the year, he has yet to give up a run on the year. 3 starts, a 3-0 record, a .000 ERA, 13 innings pitched, 0 hits, 22 strikeouts, and 4 walks on the season. 11 strikeouts looking of the 22. At a 66% strike percentage in his last start against Cornerstone. 4 innings pitched, 0 earned runs, 6 strikeouts, and 2 walks. And for Wesleyan Christian will be Elijah Martin. In his last outing, just went 2/3 of an inning last time out against Grace Christian. 24 pitches, 18 strikes, gave up 4 hits, 3 earned runs, and 1 walk, 0 strikeouts, but a very good pitcher for Wesleyan this season. On the year, when you break down the numbers, Elijah Martin 2-0, a 3.82 ERA, 4 appearances, 11 innings pitched, 8 hits, 6 earned runs, 19 strikeouts to just 7 walks on the year. For this squad, full in the lineup of Division I commits, 6 D1 commits for this Wesleyan Christian squad, hitting .309 on the season, 71 hits, overall 10 home runs and 87 RBIs. But the story for me offensively for Wesleyan, including tonight, will be the patience they display at the plate. On the year, 66 walks drawn as a team. For comparison, Rockingham County has only drawn 50 walks on the year in more games. For the Rockingham County Cougars, though, offensively, it's been a strong start. .395 average, getting on base at a .522 clip, 92 hits, 22 doubles, 3 triples, and 3 home runs on the year. 84 RBIs to 50 walks and 50 strikeouts, 129 runs scored. This Rockingham County team has outscored their last 5 opponents 75-3 against Walkertown, East Chapel Hill, Reedsville twice, and Cornerstone. Want to get to know more about this Rockingham County squad on their latest run? Let's talk to manager Leighton Helms here on your pregame show on RoCo Radio and RoCoRadio.com. It's your RoCo Radio pregame show as we get you ready for first pitch. It's Wesleyan Christian and your Rockingham County Cougars. We're joined with Cougars manager Leighton Helms as we get you ready for this game. Coach, this is a big game, 2 top teams in the triad.
Yes, it is. They are a very good baseball team.
And so are you guys. A big, strong win over Eastern Alamance. Talk us through last week, just the scheduling, having to find a team, then you find a team, then you have to re-find a team.
Yeah, the scheduling last week was crazy. I got a phone call Sunday night saying, hey, we're not going to be able to play a game Wednesday. That was Thomasville's coach. And then Carver called day of and said, hey, we're just going to forfeit. And I was like, okay, well, there goes my 3 games for the week. I got to schedule around, try to find something. And luckily, Eastern Alamance had 2 conference teams drop, and so they were open for Thursday to play. So luckily, we got a game in.
Yeah, because explaining for fans, you have a certain amount of games you can play in a week. I believe it's 4, right?
You can play 3 separate days, and you can add a 4th game as long as it's a doubleheader.
Right, okay. Yeah, tell us about that Eastern Alamance matchup. You threw all the 3 big guys on the mound. Talk about the performance offensively and on the mound from your guys.
Yeah, I mean, we started out 2 runs first inning, excellent. They come back, hit us in the mouth with 4 runs in the 3rd, and then we come back, we hit them with 6 runs in the 5th. And so it was definitely a boxing match. And they're a really good baseball team. Their 2 guys that they threw were mid-80s, good all-speed stuff. They were working us pretty well. You know, we put 2 out run together in the 4th or 5th inning that we put a 2 really good out or 2 out rally. And, you know, that's what got us on top. I mean, good baseball team. We played good baseball. We didn't give up. That's the biggest thing for me.
At this level, there's small goals and big goals. There's goals to get conference titles and conference tournament titles and stuff like that. But the ultimate goal is to build towards that postseason when the 5A first round is here, that you're built to a point that you're ready for a stretch of playoffs. That's what it's all about, and that's what a game like Eastern Alamance and a game like today does.
That is a fact. I'm glad that we were able to stay with the weather coming in this week, to keep Wesleyan Christian on the schedule. They're a great baseball team. They're going to set us up really well for the state playoffs, whether we win, whether we lose. Hope we play good defensive baseball, and we play to win.
You've got a good chance with a guy like Nick Rumley on the mound. Scouts have been here to watch him from the pro ranks. He's done great this year, yet to give up an earned run. Talk about his performance on the mound and what you're expecting from him tonight. Yeah,
I mean, he's been dominant for the year. Against Eastern Alamance, he gave up his first hit of the year, you know, and it was a blooper. So, that, you know, those are tough to get, but if we can stay in the zone where he can stay in the zone and just be him, then there ain't much that he can't accomplish as long as he can keep it humble and stay in the zone.
When you look at him from behind the plate, actually, when I'm calling him games, and I'm no pro, but the arm slot is just something that's hard to pick up for hitters, I imagine.
Yeah, and I mean, you have a 3/4 arm slot with 5 different pitches. So, I mean, that's really difficult to pick up depending on what pitch is coming, whether it's going to be 93 or 83. You never know.
Strong for you guys throughout the lineup, but I want to talk about Hudson Deal and what he means to this program. He's got 30-plus straight games of getting on base via the hit.
Yeah, I mean, Huddy is a beast. I mean, he is the top tier in our lineup, and, you know, we trust that he's going to play his game per usual. I mean, what more can you say when he does his stuff?
How much is his approach at the plate about controlling the zone and understanding the zone? I feel like that's a big part why he gets so many extra base hits is he's waiting for the pitch that he wants. He's not going after things. Yeah, I mean, we talked at the beginning of the year, and I told him, I was like, look, when we're winning, in a winning count, not in the game, but a winning count, like a 3-1 count, yes, you could take your swing. But if we are in an even or losing count, we got to take a team swing. And so that compiles, he's got 22 RBIs on the year, right? If we can set up the guys before him, the 8-9, 1-2 hole, and set up for Huddy, he's going to make that. He's going to make that play for us or that hit or make something happen. And that's what we expect out of him, and that's what we're going to keep expecting out of him. Coach, a good week of baseball on deck. We look forward to watching it, and thank you for your time here on the pregame show. Yes, sir. Thank you.
That's manager Leighton Helms in his first year here for the Cougars. As we get you ready for a matchup with 2 top teams in the 3-3-6. It's Wesleyan Christian, the number 2 team in the Prep Baseball Report top 25 in the whole state, versus your Rockingham County Cougars, number 3 in the 5A RPI released today, and number 1 East projection in the 5A playoff projections put out yesterday by High School Overtime. So we've got a great matchup, and it starts on the hill with Elijah Martin on the year, a 2-0 record, a 3.82 ERA, 4 appearances, 11 innings pitched, 8 hits, 6 earned runs, 19 strikeouts, 7 walks, and 2 home runs given up. But the story today will be Big Nick Rumley, the 6'6 righty, with several scouts here to watch his start from the Guardians, the Dodgers, the Tigers, the Twins, the Mariners, and the White Sox. Go Tigers. Get a good scouting report in on Nick. Come on, Tigers. Rumley in his last start, 4 innings pitched, 0 earned runs, 6 strikeouts, 2 walks against Cornerstone on the year. He is 3-0 in 3 starts, yet to give up a run, 13 innings pitched, 1 hit, 22 strikeouts to 4 walks. And of those 22 strikeouts, 11 are looking. 66% strike percentage, a 63% first pitch strike percentage this season in a career where Nick is 15-5 with a 1.17 ERA in 26 appearances, 108 innings pitched, 57 hits, 188 strikeouts, and 52 walks. Hitters hitting in his career just 142, and an on-base percentage of opponents of 258. Going to approach pitch number 2,000 in his career today for the Cougars. Glad to have you along here on RoCo Radio and RoCoRadio.com as clouds engulf the skies. Game time temperature 72 degrees as we're just a few moments away from first pitch, and we bring you all the action here on RoCo Radio and RoCoRadio.com. Well, we talked about the patience of Wesleyan Christian Academy earlier. 66 walks on the year. They've struck out just 36 times with 6 D1 recruits in the lineup today. It starts with Cole Bowman make that, the Virginia Tech commit in the 3 spot, and Blake Goff, the A&T commit, in the 2 spot at first base today. And they're going to have a tough defense around them. It's going to be just a great game. This is a lot of history for this Wesleyan Christian program. 9-1 on the year with wins over TB Roberson and Charlotte Christian, the NCISSA champs in 2008, 2010, 2016, 2017, 2018, 2023, and 2025. Here's some names you might recognize. One especially draftees from this program over the last few years. Former Reedsville native Patrick Bailey, the catcher with the Giants, a graduate of Wesleyan Christian Academy. Will Myers with the Padres for several years in the outfield, and Weston Wilson, the pitcher draftees of recent. But the biggest name in the prospect game for as an alum of Wesleyan Christian over the last couple of years is Josh Hammond, the number 6 prospect at shortstop and third base in the Royals system. He was taken in the first round of the 2025 draft. Well, for this Trojan squad, the last time out, a 12-2 loss, their first of the season at Grace Christian. The Trojans were only just able to get 3 hits together. They mustered 3 of 18 against USF commit Landon McDonald on the hill. Mikey Papsiak gave up 5 earned runs in his start. For the Cougars, it was one heck of a week trying to schedule games. They pick up a game on Thursday against Eastern Alamance after canceled games from Thomasville on Wednesday and 2 canceled games by Carver earlier in the week. They win it 10-4, down 4-3 after 3.5. It was the Rockingham offense exploding for 6 runs in the bottom half of the 4th inning, led by Gage Rakestraw in a double that scored Seth Allen and Hudson Deal to open up the game. Bryson Apple added a double in the bottom of the 1st. The only extra base hit of the game. Rakestraw, Brady Ross, Hudson Deal, and Luke Strittmatter all finished with 2 hits. Huddy Ross and Stritt earned an RBI apiece to go with Rakestraw's 2 ribbies in that at-bat. And the 3-headed monster was on the bump. Hudson Deal, Bryson Apple, and Nick Rumley all pitched, giving up a combined 3 hits and 0 earned runs through 7, striking out 6 in their last appearance. That was on Thursday against Eastern Alamance here at Sam Jones Baseball Complex, a spot where this team has an undefeated record of 8-0 on the season. We're just a few moments away from our introductions. Glad to have you along here on RoCo Radio and RoCoRadio.com. The Cougars will go with a veteran lineup today. We'll see Bryson Apple at second base for, I believe, the first time this season. And as mentioned, Nick Rumley on the hill, approaching pitch count number 2,000 in his career. We'll probably reach that in the first at-bat. As both managers head to the respected sides of home plate. For the Rockingham County Cougars, Leighton Helms in his first season with so much experience. An assistant coach last year for Mike Elrod. A college pitcher at Winston-Salem State and Greensboro College. And speaking of experience, Wesleyan Christian led by Mo Blakeney in his 7th season from the Expos organization in the Elon Hall of Fame as a player. Coached in the Expos organization as well. A 104-38 record in his tenure with the Trojans. So they meet, exchange lineup cards with our umpires for today, as we get ready for first pitch at 6 o'clock. 72 degrees, mostly cloudy skies. Dark clouds shade the outfield, but blue skies above us behind the backstop. No rain expected according to the old Android app on the phone, but you know how reliable that is. I think even weathercasters on TV might be more reliable than the phone app sometimes. Now, that might be a topic of discussion, but what a great week for baseball opening weekend. So many great games, great performances from rookies. Chase DeLauder for the Indians, Kevin McGonigal for my Tigers, having a great start. The story, I feel like, the opening week of baseball was the rookies, the veterans showing up, like Andrew McCutchen for the Rangers, and the ABS system. If anybody watched the Reds and Red Sox this weekend, man, poor CB Buckner got a workout. He was challenged 6 times in Game 3 of that series. Gino Suarez was several of them. I think he was 4 for 4 in challenges. Winning all of the challenges, CB, all he could do is stand there and take it and make the change from the technology. But it's fun to watch that ABS system. I don't know how to feel about it. Let me know how you feel about it in the comments. I don't know quite how to feel about it, just simply because it's only been a week of watching baseball. But from what I've seen, it does add drama late in games. It does add drama between coaches. We saw the coach Shelton for the Minnesota Twins get ejected, but computers don't lose. AI does not lose, but Coach Shelton losing it in that series against the Orioles. So we saw our first ABS ejection. That was interesting. I think it's going to be good overall, especially late in games, in playoff games. But like I've heard across X today and through the baseball mediums that I look at, that if you can do the ABS, why not just go without home plate umpires? Which, to me, some of the beauty in America's pastime is the subjectiveness behind the plate. Like, you kind of need that in the game, I feel like, in some level. As we take you down to the field here at Sam Jones Baseball Complex for our introductions in Star Spangled Banner. It's 2 top teams in the 3-3-6, Wesleyan Christian and your Rockingham County Cougars.
Starting starters. Leading things off for the Trojans, number 1, Jesse Covington, shortstop.
I think that's going to be good.
Batting second, number 8, first baseman, Blake Goff. Batting third, the catcher, number 11, Cole Bowman. Batting fourth, pitcher, number 12, Elijah Martin. Batting fifth, number 3, playing left field, Jack Jordan. Batting sixth, number 10, third baseman, Brandon Lord. Batting seventh, playing second base, number 2, Mikey Papsiak. Batting eighth, playing center field, number 4, Walker Carson. Batting ninth, number 6, the DH tonight, Noah Clark. Clark's DH is the number 9, right fielder, Roddy Woodard. Trojan subs are number 5, Jaden Pipes. Number 7, Caleb Hasty. Number 13, Travis Briggs. Number 14, Cole Kavanaugh. Number 15, Cooper McGee. Number 17, Nate Womble. And number 19, Reese Lennon. Trojans are coached by head coach Mo Blakely. Assistants Nate Blakely, Mo Crocker, Ruben Torellis, and Rod Woodard. And now for your Cougars. Leading things off in left field, number 1, Brady Ross. Batting second, center fielder, number 2, Luke Strickmatter. Batting third, next shortstop, number 7, Hudson Neal. Batting fourth, second baseman, number 9, Bryson Apple. Batting fifth, Billy catching, number 3, Gage Rickstraw. Batting sixth, third baseman, number 15, Dylan Long. Batting seventh, on the mound tonight, number 12, Nick Runway. Batting eighth, first baseman, number 13, Alex Page. Batting ninth, right fielder, number 8, Brady Hicks. Cougar subs are number 6, Seth Allen. Number 4, Chase Holcomb. Number 10, Jay Webb. Number 5, Levi Dixon. And number 11, Oli Mulder. Cougars are coached by Coach Hamel, Coach Smith, Coach Medina, Coach Hill. Everyone, at this time, as we honor America, if you're able, please stand.
We are ready for baseball here at Sam Jones Baseball Complex. It's two of the best teams in the 3-3-6. Number 2 in the Prep Baseball Report, Wesleyan Christian, the Trojans 9-1. Your Rockingham County Cougars, the number 1 projected seed in the playoffs in the 5A East, according to High School Overtime, 10-1 on the season, 8-0 here at Sam Jones Baseball Complex. It's time to take a look around the horn for your Rockingham County Cougars. Dylan Long gets the start at third. Hudson Deal is at short. Bryson Apple is at second base. Alex Page is at first. In the outfield from left to right, it's Brady Ross, Luke Strickmatter, and Brady Hicks. And catching is Gage Rakestraw for the man everybody's watching here tonight, Nick Rumley, the 6'6 righty, making his fourth start of the season. 3-0, a 0.00 ERA, 13 innings pitched, 1 hit given up, 22 strikeouts to 4 walks, 11 strikeouts looking, a 66% strike percentage. In his last start, 4 innings strong, 6 strikeouts, 0 earned runs, 2 walks against Cornerstone. Starting batting order for Wesleyan Christian, hitting .309 on the season, a .481 on base percentage as a team. It starts up top with a sophomore, Jesse Covington, at shortstop. Blake Goff, the A&T commit, is at first base. He hits second. Hitting third is Cole Bowman, the VA Tech commit, the catcher. Hitting fourth is Elijah Martin on the hill. Hitting fifth is Jack Jordan in left field. Third baseman Braden Lauer hits sixth. Hitting seventh is Mikey Papsiak at second base. Hitting eighth is Walker Parsons in center field. And Noah Clark, the DH, rounds out the order in the 9 spot. Up to 93 for Nick Rumley. 5-pitch mix from the 3/4 arm slot. At the top of the orders with his team's the strongest for Wesleyan Christian. Jesse Covington, the leadoff man, steps in with a .400 average with 3 home runs, 9 walks, and 10 RBIs. In the middle of the order, Bowman hitting .375 with a home run and 13 RBIs. Goff stands on deck as we are underway. Covington steps up at the plate. 12 for 30 on the season, a .537 on-base percentage. Heck of a pitcher as well. Great two-way player for Wesleyan Christian. Big Nick Rumley toes the rubber. Stands slightly to the first base side. Rockingham County in their black uniforms with white pinstripes. And Cougars across the chest as the first pitch is gas on the outside part of the plate for a strike. First pitch strike percentage on the year is 63% for Big Nick. They're ready to go to work as Rakestraw sets up outside, taken for a ball on the fastball, 1-1. Thought Covington might be the starter today. On the hill, he's had a great year. He's yet to give up an earned run on the mound. Is that what is barely catches part of the bat down the plate, fouled down the third base side to the dugout on the ground. 1-2. Wesleyan Christian in their bright red uniforms, white pinstripe down the pants, the yellow Wesleyan logo on the pants on the right side and on the back just above the numbers that are in yellow. As that one's a strike, catches the outside corner. Strike 3. First strikeout of the game. First batter for Nick Rumley as he catches him looking. That's the 12th batter this season of 23 that have been struck out that have been looking. Brings up Blake Goff, the A&T commit at first base. Goff on the year hitting .278, a .675 on base, though. Part of that patience at the plate. Get this, 19 walks for Goff on the season as that one is outside. 19 of the 66 for the Trojans coming into today. 1-out count for Rumley, puts the glove in front of the face, works from the delivery, first base side. The righty goes right down the plate. Nobody offering at that plate yet. That one's taken for a strike. 1-1. Rumley shakes off the sign from Rakestraw, who now sets up outside. Here comes the spinning fastball. Outside corner again for a strike. Rockingham County in their traditional RC hats in black with the RC in white today as the winds blow straight out in center field. Game time temperature 72 degrees. Slight delay for Rumley on the delivery. High fastball inside above the waist. Goff shakes his head. I'm taking that one all the way. Evens it up 2-2. Now in his career, over 2,000 pitches for Nick Rumley. Here's the 2-2. Outside with the slider. Misses the plate. Full count 3-2. That's that patience we talked about with Goff with 19 walks on the year. Works it back to full. 3-2. Defense straight away with nobody on, 1 out. Long playing a bit in at third base. He'll take a step towards the grass as the fastball sails out of the zone for ball 4. He'll hit up to 93 today with that 5-pitch mix, like Coach said in the pregame show. With that arm slot, you can see 93, you can see 83 with the slider off the plate as it brings up the big bopper, the VA Tech commit, the Hokie commit, Cole Bowman from the left side. Slightly open stance. This is a matchup a lot of people are excited for. Righty versus lefty. Right down the plate. Power hack from Bowman. Cut on and miss for a strike. Bowman hitting .375 on the year, but a .605 on base. 9 for 24 with 4 doubles and a home run. 13 RBIs on the year. He's got a runner on first base. That's Goff, who drew a walk. Here's the 0-1 inside corner. All Goff can do is watch it just below the hands. 0-2. Nothing score just underway here in the top half of the first inning. 1 down, runner on first. Righty versus lefty as time is called at the plate. Rumley has to let it fly. Time given late by the home plate umpire. But Bowman getting it off just in time. Keep it 0-2. Back in the box, close to the plate on the left side. Back foot closer to the plate for Bowman. Here's the 0-2, runner on the moves. Chopper foul, third base side. Back to first for Goff. He drew a walk, a strikeout looking to start things of Jesse Covington. For Nick Rumley, strikeout number 23 on the season. Now facing the Virginia Tech commit Cole Bowman. He's got an 0-2 count. One down, the lefty is ready. Rests the hands just above the plate. As Rakestraw sets up outside, here's the 0-2. Got him going after it on the changeup. 2 strikeouts here in the first inning for Nick Rumley. And it brings up the pitcher, Elijah Martin. Two down, 2 strikeouts, 1 walk for Nick Rumley here in the top half of the first inning. Good lead for Goff to the cut of the grass at first. He takes a secondary lead. Breaking ball in the dirt, offering after it is Martin. 0-1. Rumley right back to the glove. Dangles the right hand. Glove resting the baseball with the glove at the chest. Now settles for the 0-1 offering, first base side. Outside slider, misses. 1-1. Right on first is Blake Goff, the first baseman. After drawing a walk, 2 strikeouts for Rumley in this half inning. 1-1 is a fastball that paints the corner. Outside to the righty, 1-2. Wind blowing straight away here at Sam Jones Baseball Complex. As Rumley shakes off the sign from his catcher, Gage Rakestraw. Second time a shake-off. Now we'll have a timeout at home plate from the hitter, Martin. Martin will oppose Rumley in the next half inning. Here's the 1-2. Fastball down the plate at the waist, fouled out of play. Scouts here today from the Guardians, the Dodgers, the Tigers, the Twins, the Mariners, and the White Sox. Might be others. That's just who I recognize. The 1-2 on the way. All here to see Big Nick in this start. Runner on the move. The 1-2. Slaughter gets past on the backhand attempt from Rakestraw. Rolls off the netting and back into the glove of Rake. Runner moves up to second base. So in a scoring position for Blake Goff. Top half the first inning. Nothing score. 2 strikeouts so far for Rumley. Strikeout for the leadoff man Covington and the number 3 hitter Cole Bowman. The number 4 man at the plate, Martin, has a 2-2 count. Just missing away is Rumley with the 2-seamer. Full count, 3-2. Rumley rests the glove at the Cougars insignia. The 3-2, opposite way foul. Goes back to the backstop. Rolls first base side. Keep it full, 3-2. Runner on second base. Rumley works from the stretch, middle of the rubber. The payoff, down the plate, ground ball, past the second baseman, Apple into the outfield, Ian Wright. Down to one knee and quickly getting it in his Hicks, but a run will score from second base. Here comes Blake Goff, an RBI single for Elijah Martin to help his own accord. Good piece of opposite way hitting through the hole at second base. Good job by Hicks to get it in, but speed at second base for Goff. And he jumped quickly. He read it very well. And a run is in here in the top half of the first inning, and the lefty Jack Jordan at the plate. The left fielder today takes it inside, 1-0. Small lead for Martin at first base. Page will cover, now steps off. The inside fastball head. The hitter Jordan bending at the waist, but it's calling the ball inside. 2-0. Jordan looks out to Rumley, holds the bat at the barrel with one hand, now puts it back into both hands. Practice that close to the plate at the left side. Here's a pitch, ground ball foul, third base side. This Wesleyan squad hitting .309 on the year, .481 on base. The defending NCISSA champions last year, upsetting one of the best teams in the state. Many consider the best team in the state in Metrolina. In the playoffs, went on a 9-game winning streak at the end of the year and have started strong so far this year at 9-1. Just their 5th road game, 3-1 on the road. Their only loss of the year coming out last time out on Friday against Grace Christian. The offense just 3 of 18 in that game, but they faced a tough one in USF commit, Landon McDonald. They've got a good start so far here in the top half of the first. An RBI single off the UNC commit, Nick Rumley, for Elijah Martin, the cleanup hitter for the Trojans. 2 strikeouts for Rumley so far in this half inning and a walk. Big hit, a good job by Martin on a 3-2 pitch with 2 down. For the righty to go opposite way, big hole at second base and just rolled out there to Brady Hicks in right, who was able to get to the cutoff man, but the speedy Blake Goff was able to get from second to home, easily standing up. So runner on first base, 2 down, 2-1 count to the number 5 man, Jack Jordan. Really close to the plate for Jordan. Even stance. Rests the feet at home as Rumley looks to the outside corner where Rakestraw sets up fastball for a strike. Even it up 2-2. Fastball command is strong so far for Rumley in this outing. 71 pitches on the year, heading into today 46 strikes. Here's the 2-2 from Rumley. Fastball outside, got him to chase. 3 strikeouts in the top half of the first inning for Nick Rumley, but an RBI single for Elijah Martin. 1 run on 1 hit. No errors and 1 left on base. We head to the bottom half of the first inning, 1-0 Wesleyan Christian here on RoCo Radio and RoCoRadio.com. Let's take a look around the horn for Wesleyan Christian Academy. A defense at a .931 fielding percentage, 14 errors on the year. Brandon Lohr gets a start at third. Jesse Covington is at short. Mikey Papsiak is at second. Blake Goff is at first. In the outfield from left to right, it's Jack Jordan, Walker Parsons, and Roddy Woodard. And behind the dish is the Virginia Tech commit, Cole Bowman, for Elijah Martin, who is 2-0 on the year. A 3.82 ERA, 4 appearances, 11 innings pitched, 8 hits, 6 earned runs, 19 strikeouts to 7 walks. He's given up 2 home runs on the year. His last time out went 2/3 of an inning on Friday in relief, 4 hits, 3 earned runs, and 1 walk, 0 strikeouts versus Grace Christian. Your starting batting order for the Rockingham County Cougars, hitting .395 on the season, a .522 on base percentage. Brady Ross leads things off in left field. Hitting second is Luke Stripmatter in center. Shortstop Hudson Deal, the real deal, hits third. Hitting fourth in the cleanup spot is the Coastal Carolina commit Bryson Apple at second base. Gage Rakestraw hits fifth, the catcher. Hitting sixth is third baseman Dylan Long. Hitting seventh is Nick Rumley, the pitcher. Hitting eighth is first baseman Alex Page. And rounding out the batting order is Brady Hicks in right field, who hits ninth. So here comes Brady Ross, who's really set the table for this offense all season, hitting .500, a .649 on base percentage, 1 double, 4 RBIs, and has drawn 10 walks. Pitcher Martin, 24 pitches in his last outing, 18 strikes. And he'll throw gas just like Rumley, 90-92, as that one catches the corner for a strike, 0-1. His team, a 2.53 ERA, the Trojans, on the year. Second pitch is a strike inside, the fastball. Just above the knees, 0-2. 78 strikeouts to 31 walks for this pitching staff. Hitters hitting just .290. Here's the 0-2 outside, backhanded stop by Bowman in the dirt to the righty. 1-2. Ross in his career hitting .432, 48 hits and 26 RBIs. He digs in, crouch stance from the right side. Here's a 1-2 from Martin. Inside, turns him away at the belt buckle. Even it up 2-2. On deck is Stritt. And Hudson Deal in the hole here in the bottom half of the first inning. 1-0 lead for Wesleyan Christian. Here's the 2-2. High fastball at the letters. And off the glove of the catcher Bowman, back to the backstop. 3-2. Full count drawn by Brady Ross here in the first at-bat for the Cougars. Down 1 here in the bottom half of the first. Martin rocks and fires. Inside, goes the opposite way and fading into right field. The second baseman, Papsiak, makes the catch for the out. One down, it brings up the senior Luke Strittmatter. Hitting .545 on the year, of .595 on base. 18 for 33 with 2 doubles. One thing we're familiar with at the top of the order with Ross and Stritt is the stolen base if they get on. Rocking and firing is Martin, and his command is on here in the first. He catches the corner here on the inside, 0-1. He's there, he'd like to get on base and steal, but behind the plate, the Hokie commit Bowman, a 1.8 pop time, so I'm not thinking we're going to be stealing too much today. Is that one is a breaking ball inside, floats right above the knees for a strike, 0-2. Shade to the third base side of the rubber is the pitcher Elijah Martin, as that one is fouled straight back. Staying in the count is Stritt, 0-2. From the right side, facing the righty Martin. The 0-2 outside corner, reaching for it, swinging and missing, is Strittmatter for the first strikeout of the game for Martin. Well, brings up Hudson Deal, the Queens commit, .552 average on the year. A .595 on base. 21 RBIs in 9 games played for Huddy at the plate. A 33-game hit streak dating back to the 4th game of the year last year. Line drive off the end of the bat to center field. Fading back to the fence, now taking a step in is the center fielder Parsons to make the catch for the out. No runs on no hits, no errors, nobody reaches base. We head to the second inning, a 1-0 lead for Wesleyan Christian here on RoCo Radio and RoCoRadio.com. Make sure you're listening in tomorrow. We bring you Mid-State Conference baseball action. These Cougars travel to Mike Dalton Field to take on the McMichael Phoenix. First pitch set for 7 o'clock. We'll have your pregame show at 6:30 on RoCo Radio and RoCoRadio.com. Yours truly, Jonathan Hatley, on the call. How about those Phoenix? A great week last week, including the game we called Southwest, a walk to walk it off in the 8th inning. Easton Tillman in a jam in the top half of the 8th inning. Bases loaded. Gets the strikeout on the inside corner. as our veterans being recognized here on Veterans Night. A full crowd here at Sam Jones Baseball Complex. Raking Jack Rogers had a 2 RBI double. To cut it to 1, down to 2 strikes was Eli Gann. A hit and a run. Rogers came in to score from second base to tie it up, and then the walk-off on the walk in the 8th. So the lower, Papsiak and Parsons, 6, 7, and 8. 2 up for Wesleyan Christian as Rumley returns for his second inning of work. First pitch is hit high into the air in left field. Campering under it and making the catch is Ross for the out. Brings up Mikey Papsiak. Mikey, part of a family of baseball. His brother Nick played for Wesleyan, and Will. Nick at Wingate, the commit, and Davidson for Will. And now it's Mikey's turn for the Trojans. As he hits from the right side, first pitch catches the corner for strike 0-1. On the year hitting 200, but a 520 on base. Again, the patience of this team. 10 walks for Papsiak from the right side. First pitch, the slider slides a bit too much off the glove of Rakestraw in the opposite batter's box to the righty. 1-1. Just joining us, top half of the first inning, an RBI single for Elijah Martin. He drove in Blake Goff from second base, who drew a walk, but 2 strikeouts, or make it 3 strikeouts in the first half inning for Nick. Nick in that top half of the first inning, eclipsing the 2,000 pitch mark in his career with Rockingham County. Rakestraw sets out on the corner, the 1-2, ground ball first base side, foul. Good pick by Page on the high bouncer, but foul. Keep it 1-2. Parsons on deck. And Clark, the DH, in the hole. Papsiak at the plate with 1 down. The 1-2 from Rumley. Oh, what a breaking piece. Started middle of the plate. Just above the knees and broke just at the shins above the shoe tops. But called the ball 2-2. Right back to it for Big Nick Rumley. The 2-2 goes with the same pitch, slider away. Gets him to chase for strikeout number 4. Brings up Walker Parsons. 2 down. Here in the top half of the second inning. A 1-0 lead for Wesleyan Christian. Parsons on the year hitting 200, but a 308 on base. 2 doubles, 4 for 20 on the season, 6 RBIs, 4 walks to 3 strikeouts. First pitch of the at-bat is a fastball for a strike. Outside corner, 0-1. Hatley in the comments referring to that Southwest McMichael game. That was one long ball game. 1-1, the fastball misses the plate. To the number 8 hitter, Walker Parsons. A fly out into left field to start this half inning. And a strikeout of Papsiak in the last at-bat. Had one, I don't know where it missed. Fastball on the outside corner. 2-1. On the box for Parsons, now back in, close to the plate, especially with that back foot from the right side. Here's the 2-1. Ooh, that one cut back in, just off the corner. Rumley asking where it missed. 3-1. Rumley will exhale. Work from the delivery with nobody on and 2 outs. Goes right down the plate outside Park. Swung on and missed, and now full at 3-2. 1 walk issued so far for Rumley. That ended up being painful in the first as Blake Goff ended up scoring from second. Reached second on a pass ball, and then the RBI single for Martin. Here's the payoff from Rumley. Gas inside. Swung on and missed. Strike 3. 5 strikeouts here for Nick Rumley. No runs, no hits, no errors. Nobody reaches base as we head to the bottom half of the second inning. 1-0 Wesleyan Christian here on RoCo Radio and RoCoRadio.com. Coming up Wednesday, the biggest game in the Mid-State Conference to date on the softball diamond. It's McMichael heading to Rockingham County. The Phoenix and the Cougars. First pitch at 6 o'clock. Your pregame at 5:30 in a matchup that might determine who wins the conference. You tune in on all platforms, Substack, Facebook, YouTube, and www.RoCoRadio.com. We got a great slate for you this week. Double header tomorrow. We've got McMichael and Rockingham County at Mike Dalton Field with Hatley and yours truly. Jay Ramey will be at Moorhead for future Panther night as the Panthers take on the Reidsville Rams in a 2-game set in the Mid-State Conference this week. We'll have game 1 for you tomorrow. On Wednesday, we bring you that softball matchup. Thursday, a day off. And then Friday, we bring you game 2 of McMichael and Rockingham County here at Sam Jones Baseball Complex. So it's 4, 5, and 6 due up here in the second for the Cougars. Bryson Apple, Gage Rakestraw, and Dylan Long. 6'3" righty Bryson Apple steps into the plate to face Elijah Martin, who had a good first inning. Pitched just 11 pitches. A fly out to second base, a strikeout, and a fly out to center field. Hit hard by Hudson Deal. Inside fastball, man. Chasing after it was Zappel, but he had no chance. 0-1. Apple on the year hitting .429, a .529 on base, 12 for 28 with 7 doubles and 14 RBIs. Inside fastball, the pitcher, Martin, slips on the hill, but he throws a strike. 0-2. Martin came into today with 19 strikeouts, 1 so far in a half inning of work. Setting up inside is Bowman. Goes outside, catches the corner with the fastball as Apple watches it go by. Second strikeout for Martin. And it brings up Gage Rakestraw, the RCC commit. And all he does is rake. He's had a great start to the season, a .529 on base percentage, 10 for 26, 3 doubles, 13 RBIs, 7 walks. A career .409 hitter for these Cougars. From the right side, the 0 pitch is fouled straight back. 0-1. Tall righty Martin sits up on the third base side, works from the delivery. Curveball catches the corner, 0-2. Martin's command today has been strong. Got 2 pop-ups in the first. That strikeout of Luke Stripmatter, and then a strikeout looking to start this one to Bryson Apple. He's head to Gage Rakestraw, 0-2. Opposite way, line drive. It's past the second baseman, Papsiak, and into center field. A base hit on a rope for Gage Rakestraw to start the offense off for the Cougars. Their first hit here in the game in the second, and it brings up Dylan Long, hitting 6 today for Rockingham County. That was on a rope. Babsiak almost got to it, but I still think even extending it would have been over his head. He puts a runner on first base for Long, who's hitting .375, 6 for 16 this season. 1 extra base hit, a double, 5 RBIs. 6 walks to 5 strikeouts. That slightly crouched stance from the right side, power swing, and a power fastball gets past the bat. 0-1. Martin works from the stretch, runner with a secondary lead. As Rakestraw, interesting enough, will stay at first base. No courtesy runner today. Coach Holmes wants his best base runners on the base paths in this big matchup between 2 top teams in the triad. The 0-2, high chopper to second base. Papsiak will field. He'll tag the runner, throw to first, down on the ground, and picking it at first is Blake Goff for the double play. No runs on 1 hit, no errors, and nobody left on base. We head to the top half of the third, a 1-0 lead for Wesleyan Christian after the double play here on RoCo Radio and RoCoRadio.com. Full house here at Sam Jones Baseball Complex. Top half of the third inning. A 1-0 lead for Wesleyan Christian. An RBI single for Elijah Martin, the pitcher. Drove in Blake Goff from second base in the first, but Nick Rumley has been dominant, the 6'6 righty. Struck out 3 in the first, back-to-back strikeouts to end the second inning. That old adage in baseball, walks will hurt you. That walk without it. No run scores on the single from Elijah Martin. What a matchup. This is what baseball is all about. You got the number 2 team in the Prep Baseball Report Top 25 in Wesleyan Christian, the defending state champions, at 9-1 versus your Rockingham County Cougars, projected to be the number 1 team in the 5A East when the playoff time is here. By high school overtime, the number 3 RPI in all of the 5A. Matching up on a beautiful Monday night here at Sam Jones Baseball Complex. Mostly cloudy skies, 72 degrees. This will be the 9, 1 and 2 hitters due up for the Trojans. That'll be the DH, Noah Clark. Then back to the top for Covington and Goff. Clark from the right side to face the righty, Nick Rumley. From the delivery towards the first base side, chopper goes over the head, the high chop at third base of Dylan Long, and rolls on 2 hops into left for Brady Ross, who gets it in at short to Huddy. Runner on first base, a single to start things off for the DH, Noah Clark. The story, if you're just joining us, several scouts here to watch Nick on the hill. The Guardians, the Dodgers, the Tigers, Twins, Mariners, and White Sox with representatives here. Of course, the Mets were here a couple weeks ago against Cornerstone to see Big Nick. Exhale, and from the stretch, Rumley pitches, runners on the move. Clark hit and run. It goes through the hole at second base into right field, fielded by Hicks. He'll get it in on a bounce. He'll go to third, backhanded and stopped by Long. The hit and run doesn't advance the runner to third. Hold Clark up at second base. Runners at first and second. Brings up Blake Goff, who reached on a walk. They end up coming to score in the first on the RBI single from Martin. Gage will head from behind home plate, take a few moments with his pitcher Rumley on the hill. What a beautiful day. Clouds giving just enough coverage, some blue peeking out, but mostly clouds over Sam Jones Baseball Complex. Here in the third, with the wind blowing straight out, but not too heavy of a wind. Out of the time. Now Rakestraw behind the plate. Rumley looks in. The first pitch of the at-bat to the number 2 hitter, Blake Goff. Runners on first and second. Clark at second. And Covington at first. Bunt attempt is in the dirt behind home plate. As Goff shares an expletive. It hits the bat after missing it. Page will play in. Apple will play to cover first from second base on the bunt attempt. Covington stands at first after a single. Noah Clark with a single to start off the half inning. He's at second base. 0-1 count, bunt attempt back out for Goff. Long look to second for Rumley. Here's the 0-1 pulling back the bunt. Outside, just missing the plate. Break piece to Goff. 1-1. So we'll see what Goff does here. Will he go back to the bunt attempt, or is he swinging away? Bunt attempt is down. I don't know if... And pulled back. Opposite way, smacked over the head of first baseman Alex Page. It's fair. Hustling down the line in foul territory. Hicks gets it in, but 1 run scores. Runners advance to second and third. Rumley backs up the bad throw to the catcher. Now a bad throw from Rumley to home plate. 2 runs are in. And from third base, hustling in and off the baseball and scoring is Goff. Rockingham County coaches are saying, man, that was foul. I want to look to the infield umpire for a call. 3 runs in. Down the first base line, to give perspective on where it was, whether it's fair or foul, I'm not going to make that argument, but Hicks had to go all the way to the fence to get the baseball on the right field side. Not the back fence, but the fence along the dugout on the first base side. So 3 runs coming to score. One of them earned. Two throwing errors, one at third base. Rumley was able to back that up. Run came in to score Covington, and then the throw trying to get him got past the catcher Rakestraw. And Blake Goff on his horse might be getting oxygen right now, was able to score at home plate. So 3 runs on the board, a 4-0 lead for Wesleyan Christian here in the second. But Coach Helms still discussing it with the home plate umpire. So Coach Helms will head back to the dugout third base side and will resume play with the bases empty. Brings up the Virginia Tech commit, Cole Bowman, a strikeout in the first. So 3 runs in, 1 earned, a 4-0 lead now in the second for Wesleyan Christian. Two and 1. Well, Mary, it was close. Here's the 1-0. Outside fastball. 2-0 to Bowman. Hitting .375 heading into today. 4 doubles, a home run. 13 RBIs for the Von Tech commit. Open stance from the left side. Takes the third for a ball. 3-0. Only steps off the bent. The backside towards second base will reset. Places the baseball in the glove. Now back to the right hand. Places the glove in front of his face. Works from the delivery. The 3-0 pitch. It's a fastball down the plate for a strike. 3-1. Here's the 3-1. High and tight inside. Extending his hands up is Bowman as he throws the bat towards the dugout and heads to first base. 3 hits so far this half inning for Wesleyan Christian. RBI single for Blake Goff, 2 unearned runs. Walk drawn by Bowman. He's at first base. And Elijah Martin with an RBI single in the first is at the plate, the number 4 hitter. First pitch is right down the plate and laced to center field, right into the glove on a line of Luke Stripmatter. First down of the half inning brings up Jack Jordan, who struck out in the first. 5 strikeouts for Big Nick Rumley. He got 3 in the first, 2 in the second. Runners on the move as that one is foul for Jordan. Courtesy runner is Caleb Hasty at first base. With Jordan at the plate, the number 5 hitter. 3 runs in this top half of the third inning, a 4-0 lead for Wesleyan Christian. Righty versus lefty, the 0-1. Down at the shoe tops. For a ball. Hasty to the cut of the grass at first base as Page covers. 1-1 to Jordan. Is down the plate inside at the corner, but call the ball. Hitters count 2-1. Jordan hitting .385 on the year, 10 for 26. Hasty gets a secondary lead, down to one near, darn near. Is Jordan on the hack? Inside pitch, 2-2. Really close to the plate from the left side. For the number 5 man, Jack Jordan, struck out in the first. Runner on first is Hasty. He's moving. Ground ball hit and run through the hole at second base. Hasty will round second. He's going to get up to third, standing up. Hicks gets it in to the cutoff man, Huddy. But runners at the corners after the single for Jordan. Brings up the third baseman, Brandon Lohr. Flew out to left field on a hard hit baseball in the second. Jordan at first, Hasty at third. The first pitch of the at-bat. Trying to pulling it back is Rake on the outside fastball. Call the ball, 1-0. Here's the 1-0 pitch. Outside, just missing the plate. High throw from Rakestraw. Now a man is caught in a rundown. Jordan. Runner's going to come in to score. Apple throws to first. The tag by Huddy. Gets the out, but it trades for a run. Jordan just got caught over there intentionally to give some room for the courtesy runner. Hasty, who was able to score from third base. So a 5-0 lead for Wesleyan Christian. Here in the third inning, 4 runs on the board. First pitch from Nick is down the plate, hit opposite way on the line drive all the way to the 350 mark, picked up by Hicks in right field and gets into the cutoff man. A single for Lohr. Brings up Mikey Papsiak, who struck out in the second. It's hard to adjust as a pitcher when your zone is squeezed a bit. First pitch from Rumley. Slider outside. Down to one knee is Rakestraw to stop it. 1-0. Here's a 1-0. Fastball outside for a strike. 1-1. 4 hits in this half inning, 4 runs in the third for the Trojans. 1-1 pitch with 2 outs. What a nasty slider. Started at the corner, dotted away. And a 1-2 count on a missed swing by Papsiak. Papsiak hitting .200 on the year. 1-2 count, 2 down. Here in the top half of the third. Set outside is Rakestraw. That one's right down the plate. High fly ball, deep center field. Camping under it and making the catch is Luke Stripmatter for the out. 4 runs. On 4 hits. And 1 runner left on base, 2 errors as we head to the bottom half of the third. 5-0 Wesleyan Christian here on RoCo Radio and RoCoRadio.com. That's absolutely right, Hat Man. They love that hit and run, especially with righties at the plate, to go opposite way through the hole at the second base side. Four runs, 1 earned for Nick in that third inning. 5 strikeouts on the evening. 3 in the first and 2 in the second. Got through the barrage of hits. And now we start the bottom half of the third with the Cougars offense having some work to do. Just 1 hit so far through 2 half innings offensively. A single for Gage Rakestraw. At least 7, 8, and 9 2 up. Nick can help his own accord with Rumley, Page, and Hicks. We talk about Nick all the time, pitching-wise, but he can hit. 385, I believe, career hitter. He steps in on the right side, high leg kick, and offering by Elijah Martin is outside for a ball, 1-0. Good start so far for Martin with 2 strikeouts. 1 hit given up, no walks. Here's a 1-0 inside corner fastball just at the knees. Even it up at 1-1. Rumley on the season hitting 3 for 15 as he takes that one just above the knees for strike 1 and 2. The tall, lanky Elijah Martin goes outside for a ball. 2-2. You'd say he probably matches the size, close to 6'6". Fastball above the knees outside corner, caught him looking. 3rd strikeout of the game for Elijah Martin. Martin listed at 6'8", 230. First pitch of the at-bat to Page is a strikeout side, slight check swing, but catches the corner. 0-1 for Page. 2 for 16 on the year, 5 RBIs. Here's the 0-1 inside fastball, got past him. Went after it, did Page. The high uppercut swing, but 0-2. Here's the 0-2 offering, same spot, got him at chase. Back-to-back strikeouts for Martin. That brings up Brady Hicks. Brady Hicks 4 for 19 on the season, 2 extra base hits, 2 doubles, 3 RBIs, 3 walks. Martin holds the glove at the waist, quickly going to work. The high leg kick raises the knee, doesn't raise the leg. Holds that at a 90 degree as that one is fouled back, 0-1. Martin pushes the lead foot towards third base, back middle of the rubber as he offers the 0-1 outside. Good take from the number 9 man, Brady Hicks. 1-1. 5-0 lead for Wesleyan Christian here in the bottom half of the third. 4 runs in the third, 1 earned. 1 earned in the first. High and inside at the waist. Another good take from the youngster Hicks. Hitters count now. 2-1. Defense plays straight away with nobody on and 2 out. Line drive smoked into the gap, into left center field. It'll drop. Hustling to second base is Hicks. He'll slide in safe with no play. Brady Hicks gets the offense started with 2 outs here on the third. He smoked that baseball. So back to the top of the order for Brady Ross, hitting .500 on the season. A .300 batting average with runners in scoring position this season. He's got a runner at second base. That's Hicks. Back-to-back strikeouts started the bottom half of the third inning, but a double for Hicks. Inside breaking ball for a strike. 0-1. Martin works from the stretch, looks to second base, and offers the 0-1 pitch. Outside fastball, caught the corner. 0-2. Pinpoint location for Martin throughout this outing thus far. 0-2 for Ross. Here's the pitch, inside fastball. It goes through to the shortstop, Covington, who fields and throws in time for the out. What a play by the sophomore, Jesse Covington. Pushing towards second base. That ball was moving, looked like it was going to get through the hole, but Covington fields and throws on the run for the out. No runs on 1 hit, no errors, 1 left on base. We head to the 4th inning, a 5-1 lead for Wesleyan Christian here on RoCo Radio and RoCoRadio.com. Big Nick Rumley returns to the hill for his 4th inning of work, 2 earned runs. 3 strikeouts in the first, 2 in the second. Got through the struggles defensively behind him and giving up several hits in that 3rd inning, but gets out of it with just 1 earned run on the board. A pop fly to second base by Papsiak ended the half inning, so it means the 4th will start with 8, 9, and 1 hitters. Just 1 batter away from hitting through the lineup there in the 3rd for Wesleyan Christian. So we start the top half of the 4th with Walker Parsons at the plate. Struck out in the 2nd. Parsons hitting .200 on the year, .308 on base, 4 for 20 at the plate. For this 9-1 defending state champion Wesleyan Christian Trojans of the NCISSA. Glad to have you along on RoCo Radio and RoCoRadio.com. For game 1 of a week full of baseball and softball action as the time is called out at home plate. Rumley works from the delivery. Nobody on, nobody out. First pitch of the at-bat is at the waist, at the corner, but called the ball. Or no, call a strike. 0-1. Here's the 0-1 inside. Cut fastball to Parsons. Makes a hack at it. But running away from the meat of the bat, it's fouled off first base side on the ground. It was called the ball. 1-1. 1-1 pitch is high and inside that above the letters. 2-1. Back-to-back strikeouts in the 2nd And 3 strikeouts in the first for Big Nick. As he works here in the fourth, the 2-1. He's fouled straight back, so it even count 2-2. Rumley shakes off the sign. Now Rakestraw sets up outside to the righty. The 2-2 slider. Holding it is Rakestraw at the corner. It's called the ball. Work it full. 3-2. Just spinning off the corner, the front side of the plate on the left side. Here's the 3-2 to Parsons, hit opposite way in right field, heading towards center. Misjudging it is Hicks. He'll slide to the ground and go past his glove. He'll recover, though, and get it in, held up at second base. He's Parsons. Just was too aggressive on it. Had to slide, and it went off his glove in right. And we'll bring up Noah Clark, who smacked a single in the third. Tough play to make. It'll be interesting to see how that is scored. .69 total pitches for Nick here in this outing thus far, with a runner on second base. So here's Clark hitting .250 from the right side. 4 for 16 with a double and a home run. Bunt attempt is down. It chops back to the pitcher. Rumley's off the mound, throws it to first. Apple covers and makes the out, but moves the runner. Parsons over to third with one down. So it brings up Jesse Covington. Top of the order for the Trojans. Struck out looking in the first. Smoked a single in the third. Covington hitting .400 on the year. Heading into play this week. 12 for 30. With 3 home runs. Slider outside part of the plate. Chopper and fair territory to Long. He fields. He'll hold the baseball. He looked back to third. Knew he couldn't make the play on the speedy Covington. Good play by Long. Hold on to it. Don't force a throw when you know you can't make the play. So it puts runners at the corners. And a good job by Long to look back towards third and hold the runner. Nobody was covering, but it kept the runner there. So we'll have a meeting on the mound as manager Leighton Helms heads to talk with Rumley in the infield. It is 5-0 ball game. 4 runs in the third for Wesleyan, 1 in the first. Start off this inning with a single by Parsons and an error in right field. A sacrifice bunt from Noah Clark moved over. The runner Parsons to third. Covington with a single in the infield. So runners at the corners, 1 down. And Goff at the plate. A run scored to walk in the first, an RBI single in the third. And have a balk called on Nick Rumley, so the run will come in to score from third base. And Covington will jog to second base. Make it 6-0 Wesleyan. The balk might not have been called on Rumley. It might have been called on Rakestraw. Saw a play like that last week where I think it was in college ball where the catcher put the mask over the baseball, call him for a balk. It's technically not a balk in the MLB rule books or the NCAA rule books, but what's common referred to. So runner on second base. Runner comes in on the call from the umpires inside Carter. All you can do is laugh at that one. That one started at the corner and worked in. Almost a protection swing for Goff for a strike. Runner in scoring position is Covington, an infield single. Ground ball that's short on 2 hops in the glove of Deal. Throw to first is on a line Page makes the catch for the out. Covington moves to third. 2 down. Brings up Cole Bowman. Strikeout in the first, a walk in the third from the left side. Now Leighton Helms will take the baseball from Nick Rumley. And he'll go to Jay Reb on the hill. Nick finishes with 74 pitches. Four and 2/3 innings pitched. 6 hits. 6 runs, only 2 earned. With 5 strikeouts. So be up to Jay Reb. Reb with 3 innings pitched on the season, 6 strikeouts, 0 earned runs, and 1 walk. So Reb will get some warm-up pitches. 2 down, a 6-0 lead for Wesleyan Christian here in the 4th. Great outing from both pitchers. Remley was in command throughout the game. In the first, the zone. In the second, the zone seemed to be a little bit more wider on the corners. And 5 strikeouts in the 6 outs recorded by Rumley in the first and second. In the third, it narrowed just a bit. And you could see that Nick tried to find a way to use the plate. But sometimes when it narrows to a certain point, only giving up that 1 earned run in the third. Responsible for the runners on base right now. One run in so far in this 4th inning. That on a balk call. Still unsure if that was called from the catcher position or the pitcher position. Maybe Game Changer will tell us. So Jay Reb takes over for the Cougars. Three and 2/3 for Rumley. Going to ask for the youngster Jay Reb to face the Virginia Tech commit in his first at-bat with 2 outs, but he's up to it. Had a great season last year as the ace for the JV squad. Is that one is a strike? Outside, 0-1. Yep, Melita, it's an actual thing. A balk on the catcher. It's not technically a balk in the rule books, but that's how it's referred to by officials and experts in baseball. You're interfering with the base runner, supposedly from the catcher position. 2-1 the count to Bowman. Two-one offering, smoked right up the middle. He jammed him, but it rolls to center field. And a run, Covington will score from third. RBI single for Bowman. Makes it 7-0 Wesleyan here on the 4th. Thursday runner will be Caleb Hasty at first. For the catcher, brings up Elijah Martin. He's given up just 2 hits on the hill at the plate, an RBI single in the first. A line drive out to center field in the third. Outside, bouncer It's off the glove of Apple Fielding, but it will be backed up by Huddy. And AC will remain at second. This offense, Wesleyan came in, according to Game Changer, with just 6 stolen bases, but they've been aggressive all game on the base pass, especially via the hit and run. Ground ball to short, fielded by Huddy. Throw to first is perfect for the out. Wesleyan scores 2 runs on 2 hits, 1 error, and 1 left on. We head to the bottom half of the 4th inning, 7-0 Wesleyan Christian here on RoCo Radio and RoCoRadio.com. Six-eight righty Elijah Martin works here in the bottom half of the 4th inning. He's had a great outing, a strikeout in the first, 1 in the second, and back-to-back strikeouts in the third. Just 2 hits given up, 1 extra base hit to Brady Hicks in the third, a double. Great command for the 6'8 Martin in his last outing. Just went 2/3 of an inning in relief on Friday against Grace Christian, but through 24 pitches, 18 of them were strikes. He's had 35 pitches so far through 3. It'll be 2, 3, and 4 due up for your Cougars. Luke Stripmatter, Hudson Deal, and Bryson Apple. One run in the first, 4 in the third, 2 in the fourth for Wesleyan. Cougars looking to get things going here in the 4th. From the right side, looking to start things off is the number 2 man, Luke Stripmatter, as he takes the ball low and outside, 1-0. Here's the 1-0 pitch inside. 2-0. Their baseman Lower starts inside, or in. That one's falling straight back at the Shure SM58, which gained a scratch this week. Might have picked up a second one there. But it's a Warrior. It'll battle through. 2-1, fastball outside corner for Martin Mann. He can locate that fastball where he wants, inside, outside, at the waist, above the knees. He's got command of the strike zone with the fastball tonight. It's set up that breaking ball. Here's the 2-2. Goes breaker, opposite way. It floats into right field. A base hit to start things off for Stritt. Off the glove of the right fielder Woodard, but he gets it in cleanly. And the offense gets underway here in the 4th. And it brings up one of the best two-way players in the state, Hudson Deal. Absolutely blasted a baseball to center field in the 1st. Caught out there by center fielder Walker Parsons on a line. Infield is in, lower at third base as the strike catches the outside corner. We're on first base with speed as Stritt with 7 stolen bases on the year, but a 1.8 pop time for Cole Bowman behind the plate. Here's the 1-0 inside fastball, jammed him, but it leaks through past Covington. Rounding second is Stritt. He'll hold up there. Runners on first and second for the Cougars here in the 4th. Back-to-back singles. I'll bring up The Coastal Carolina commit Bryson Apple at second base today, struck out looking in the second. Apple hitting .429 on the year, a .529 on base percentage. Hitting .409 with runners in scoring position. He's got a runner at second in Stritt. And Huddy at first. First pitch of the at-bat from Martin is low and inside, reaching inside at the shoot tops to make the play as Bowman on the pitch. 1-0. The box for Apple, now back in on the right side. Waves the bat, now rested just above the plate. Helmet level. Stepping off is Martin, throw back to second on the pickoff move, and sliding in easily is Stritt. One and 0. First two-hit inning for the Cougars offense, and Martin is given up here tonight. Long look to second base. The righty offers to the righty. Outside, good take. 2-0. Apple with power this season. 7 doubles to lead the team. Infield will play in at the corners. Middle infield plays back. Ground ball. High chopper to second base. On the backhand, touching is Papsiak. On second base, he gets the double play. Nope, it'll be just one. It will be a double play, unassisted for the second time by Papsiak tonight. Erases the work done to get 2 on, but it does advance straight to third with Gage Rakestraw at the plate and a single in the second. First pitch to Rakestraw inside, jammed him, pops up to first base, extending out, running towards home plate and making the catch is Goff for the out. No runs on 2 hits, no errors, and 1 left on base. We head to the 5th inning. Wesleyan Christian 7, Rockingham County nothing here on RoCo Radio and RoCoRadio.com. Yeah, for the Hatleys in the comments, what happened, what I was referring to is it's called a balk not under the rule book, but as if you were talking to a manager, he would call it a balk. If you're talking to players playing in the game, if you're talking to media, it's considered a balk under baseball jargon. In the situation I was talking about was specifically after a pitch, it hit off the catcher's gear on the right side. He's put the mask intentionally down on the baseball, and it's considered an impedance to try and distract the runner. And the runner's advanced in that situation. The only reason I say that was a potential here in the 4th inning is because I thought I heard the home plate umpire say, "I'm the catcher." Start the 5th inning, 7-0 lead for the Trojans here on RoCo Radio and RoCoRadio.com. Glad to have you along. The tall and lanky lefty Jack Jordan, the number 5 hitter, to lead things off here in the 5th. Brandon Lohr on deck and Mikey Papsiak in the hole. 7-0 lead, 2 runs by Wesleyan in the 4th, 4 in the 3rd, and 1 in the 1st. Jay Redmond, his 2nd inning of work, came in for an out in the last half inning. offensively for Wesleyan. Here's a 1-0 pitch from Reb. Righty versus lefty is outside and high. 2-0. Well, Hudson Deal in the last half inning extends his hitting streak to 34 consecutive games. Here's a 2-0 as that one is down the plate. But low. Golf swing. Cut on and miss. 2-1. That dates back to the fourth game last year. 2-1. High fastball inside. Above the numbers in letters. 3-1. For Jordan, a strikeout in the first, a single in the third. Long plays even with a bang at third. Everybody else plays back. Is that one is fouled straight back? And out of play. Off the concession stand. I thought for a minute, the way that Gage was looking at me, that I was in trouble. Of course, you don't want to look up. Full count, 3-2. Nobody on, nobody out. Just starting this fifth inning. Bending down to go after it outside is Jordan. He fouls it back to the netting. Third base side. Full count, 3-2. From the delivery, the 3-2 pitch to Jordan inside at the belt buckle, but he has to turn away from it. And he'll head to first base. This team, they're so patient at the plate. Came into today with 66 walks on the year. Key walk in the first set to tone a run scoring that off that walk. Blake Goff drawing the walk in an RBI single for Elijah Martin. Just 2 walks issued by Rumley, but man, they work counts. Why they probably have 6 Division I players in their lineup. Brandon Laura at the plate, a single in the third, flew out to left field in the second. The stretch starts way away, pickoff move to first base. Just sliding in time was Jordan. Good move by Reb, who starts from the stretch, lifts the glove way up, then brings it down. Starts it at the knee with the baseball behind him. Places in the glove, races it just above the shoulder, now offers home. High inside, fastball. 1-1. Lower on the year, hitting .276, but a .400 on base. 8 for 29 before today with a home run. 11 RBIs. Jordan with a good lead at first base. Throw back on the snapback by Rakestraw. Page gets the baseball under the tag. And back in is Jordan. Light sprinkle in the air. Just a bit of mist. As we start this fifth inning, nobody out, runner on first base, 2-1 count to Lohr. It's the pitch from Reb as the outside corner. He paints it black. Even it up 2-2. From the stretch for Reb, the 2-2 offering. Right back off the glove of Reb, protecting himself, picks it up, flips it to first, and gets the out. What composure from Jay Reb. That was low at his knees about on a laser beam. He put the glove there, it hits off the heel, he picks it up and flips it to first. Everybody else concerned, not him. He's back on the hill. Coach Helms out there, the whole infield meeting with him with a smile on his face. Now everybody will head back, and he'll get a rightfully so applause as he heads back to the mound. Brings up Papsiak. Man, he hasn't done damage at the plate today, but he has 2 unassisted double plays. shut down any momentum offensively for Rockingham County at second base. Good lead at second as that one spins off the corner to the righty. 1-0. Jordan at second base drew a walk and reached second on the line drive off the glove of Reb. When he flipped it to first, off the end of the bat, opposite way, slow roller to second base, fielded by Apple. Quick throw, gets the out. Advancing to third is Jordan. But a good play by Apple. He was near second base, had to range all the way back towards first on that slow roller and made a running throw. And good play by Page on the bag for the out. So 2 down, runner at third. With Walker Parsons at the plate, struck out in the second. Single and got to second base on an error in the fourth. The hook on the outside part 4 strike, 0-1. Apple plays deep at second base, shaded towards the bag. Huddy at short plays towards the bag as well deep as that one's fouled back. Page will play just behind the bag, just off the line at first. And behind the bag, a bit off at third for Long. With the runner at third, Jack Jordan. 0-2 count, 2 down. Reb will work from the delivery with 2 down and a runner on third. Spins it up there, but away from the plate. 1-2. So Parsons from the right side with 2 down. A 1-2 count for J. Reb. Outside corner set up rake straw, and it's just high above the belt buckle. 2-2. Parsons before today, 4 for 20 on the season, a single and a strikeout in this one. Here's the 2-2 with a runner on third and straight back to the netting. Ducked down to the way, even though it had no chance of hitting me. Here's the 2-2 outside for Parsons. Reb has a 3-2 count with 2 down. Runner at third. In the top half of the fifth inning. Here's the payoff from Reb outside corner. High pop-up to first base. Page will call everybody off near the cut of the grass and make the catch for the out. Great inning by Reb. Gave up a walk, but then gets 3 straight outs. A line drive back to him. Makes the play on the throw to first. A ground ball to second base. And a pop to first. No runs, no hits, no errors. 1 left on base at third. We head to the bottom half of the fifth inning. 7-0 Wesleyan Christian here on RoCo Radio and RoCoRadio.com. So 4 commitments. Blake Goff, the first baseman for Wesleyan, will be heading to A&T. The catcher Cole Bowman in the 3 spot will be heading to Virginia Tech. And several others. In for the mentioning of Wingate and Davidson, second baseman Mikey Papsiak, the third brother on the Wesleyan squad. His brother Nick at Wingate and his brother Will at Davidson. It'll be 6, 7, and 8. Dylan Long, Nick Rumley, and Alex Page due up for your Cougars in the fifth. 4 hits for the Cougars, 2 of them coming in the fourth, back-to-back singles. That was erased by a 4-3 unassisted double play by Jesse Covington, his second of the game. Another one in the second inning after the Cougars got their first hit. Opposite way, ripped down the line, foul, right field side for Long. One thing about Dylan Long that's clear, hitting .375 on the year, 6 for 16. When he gets a hold of it, it goes a long way. First pitch is inside, bending out of the way is the righty Long. Great night for Elijah Martin. On the bump for Wesleyan. Got a strikeout in the first, strikeout in the second, 2 in the third. His defense helping him out, 2 double plays. 1-1, fouled straight back. The sure SM58 takes another one. That's 2 in one game. One and 2 to Long. Martin works from the stretch. Third base side. Spins back and hits the microphone again. He's 3 for 3 today. Just going to leave it right there. 2 and 2 to Long. Long grounded into that double play in the second. His only at bat so far. Up to this point, the 2-2 high fastball he went after. Strike 3. Strikeout number 5 for Martin. There's 4 hits given up. Yep, Hallie mentioned Will Myers. Patrick Bailey, the former Reidsville, North Carolina product. Opposite way. Fly ball to right field. For Rumley is an out. Patrick Bailey, one of the best defensive catchers in the game. With the Giants, went to NC State. Ended up at Wesleyan Christian. My good friend Jacob Vaughn, the singer, songwriter from Reidsville, said I used to catch or pitch to Patrick Bailey. Bailey ended up making his way to Wesleyan. Will Myers with the Padres, Weston Wilson, the pitcher in the majors. Of course, the number 6 prospect in the Royals system, taken in the 2025 first round. Josh Hammond, the shortstop and third baseman. 1-0 inside, fouled back off the end of the bat. For Alex Page, struck out in his first at bat. Fly out and strikeout here in the 5th for the Cougars. 1-1. Good backhand stop by Bowman. This team with championships in 08, 2010, 2016, 2017, 2018, 2023, and then last year. Won 9 straight at the end of the year. Didn't start off the way they wanted to, but with wins over Charlotte Christian in the playoffs and upset, and then upsetting Metrolina, who's considered the number 1 team in the state this year across most platforms. Beat them in a 3-game series in the first 2 games. 2-2 for Page. Offering from Martin inside and fouled back. Great at bat from Page. He's battling up there. Even count 2-2. This Wesleyan defense darn near doubling their double play total just in one game. Had 3 double plays coming into today. 2 so far, as that's fouled straight back. Good adjustment by Page. Has seen mostly straight hard stuff there. He got a breaker just at the belt buckle inside. Was able to do enough to foul it straight back. 2-2 for Page. A 6'8" righty. Martin offers 2-2 is low and outside. Great take by Page to work it full. 3-2. One at bat here for Alex. Let's see if he can pay it off. The 3-2. Goes backhanded outside in the dirt. And Page will stroll to first base, drawing the walk. Heck of an at-bat to keep the half inning alive. We'll bring up Brady Hicks, the hardest hit baseball for the Cougars today. A double in his first at-bat in the third. On the right side for Brady Hicks. Martin will step off and look to first towards Page. First pitch is a breaking ball down the plate. 0-1. Page with a small lead at first base as Martin offers the righty. Off the tip of the bat and fouled off the backstop. 1 run in the first, 4 in the third, 2 in the fourth for this high-powered Trojan offense. Came into today hitting .309, 481, 71 hits, 14 doubles, 10 home runs. But Martin, the defense, has been the story, holding the offense of the Cougars at bay. Inside, good take for Hicks, 1-2. One-two pitch is high and outside, even it up 2-2. The Cougars have been able to get a hit in every single half inning except the first where they sat down 1-2-3, but not able to do anything with it. Gage Rakestraw had a single in the second, and the Dylan Long into a double play, a double with 2 outs for Brady Hicks, who's at the plate now. The 2-2 hook catches the corner inside at the belt buckle for strike 3. 2 strikeouts in the half inning for Martin. His total now at 6. No runs on no hits, no errors, 1 left on base. We head to the 6th inning, 7-0 Wesleyan Christian here on RoCo Radio and RoCoRadio.com. Thank you. Jay Reb will return to the hill. 1 1/3 so far for the youngster. Reb entered today with just 3 innings pitched, 6 strikeouts, no earned runs, and 1 walk. Came in the 4th with 2 down, got out of that jam. And then in the 5th, issued a walk to start things off to Jack Jordan, who got all the way to 3rd. But his own accord fielding a line drive back to him by Brandon Lower, the 3rd baseman. Hit off his glove, a hard line drive, low glove side to the righty. It bounced off the heel. He picked it up, flipped it to first, got the out. Then got a ground out of Mikey Papsiak to second base. Cleanly fielded by Apple, who had the range to get it towards first. And then got a pop fly to first base of the number 8 hitter Walker Parsons to hold him scoreless in the 5th. So it'll be 9-1-2 due up here in the start of the 6th inning. Reb works from the delivery, 3rd base side. Spits it in the dirt outside 1-0. Glad to have you along for one of many baseball and softball games this week on RoCo Radio. Here's a 1-0 from Reb. Fastball outside. 4 strike, 1-1. Good pitch. Got it across the plate to the outside part. Reb works from the delivery. The 1-1 to Clark. Fastball high inside. Chasing after it is Clark, 1-2. Be interesting to see if he goes back there. Facing the righty, Clark with a single in the 3rd. had a sacrifice in his last at-bat. Goes breaking ball outside. 2-2. Here's the 2-2 from J-Reb. Breaking ball hangs in the zone. Diving towards it is Huddy at second base from the shortstop position, but he'll get into the outfield in center as Stritt gets it back in. Good hustle up there by Huddy, man. He dove towards it. Skied towards second base, almost touched the bag on the dive down. But just couldn't quite get to it. Clark, man, he's had two hard-hit baseballs in this one at the 9 spot, the DH. Back to the top of the order for Jesse Covington. 2 singles and a strikeout looking in the first. Reb goes with the fastball, starts outside, works across the plate inside, 0-1. Small lead to the cut of the grass. At first base for Clark. Outside fastball just misses the corner. Defense straight away. Page will cover at first. Here's a 1-1. Outside corner for a strike. 1-2. Even with the bag at third is Long as he wipes the dirt in the infield. Reb places the baseball behind his back, working from the stretch, places it in the glove. High and outside, glove side. Even it up 2-2. Right back to it for Reb. Clark with the lead at first. Page will cover. Nobody out, 1 on. Here in the 6th, breaking ball hangs down the plate, goes right field side, will drop just in front of Hicks for a base hit. Sliding into second, safe on the throw in from the outfield to deal from Hicks. Safe is Clark, so runners on first and second. Third hit of the game for Covington, who came into today hitting .400 and a .537 on base. Great two-way player, one of the better in the state. Just a sophomore is Covington at the top of the order. There's a pitch from Reb, outside corner for a strike. 0-1. So here's Goff, the A&T commit at first base today in the 2 spot. Drew a walk and scored a run in the first. Had an RBI single in the third, grounded out to short in the 4th. Here's the 0-1. Right down the plate, opposite way in right field. Off the tip of the glove of Brady Hicks. It'll roll to the foul line. He'll pick it up. Everybody will hold up at their bases. Nobody will score. Bases loaded. Brings up the Virginia Tech commit, Cole Bowman. An RBI single in the 4th. A walk in the 3rd. Hitting .375 on the year, .605 on base, 9 for 24. He hits from the left side. Slight leg kick and delivery from Reb with the bases loaded. He's outside for a ball, 1-1. Page will play at the cut of the grass at first base. Everybody else straight away with the bases loaded. Inside check swing. Not really going, didn't want to, but it's a strike, 1-1. Here's the 1-1 pitch. Outside fastball. Away from the lefty. Hitters count 2-1. The 2-1 down the plate, left something off. Ahead of it is Bowman. He shakes his head as he gets just a piece of it as it rolls down the third base line. Trojans at every base. They're in the top half of the sixth inning, a 7-run lead for WCA. The 2-2 from Reb, fouled straight back. No other games of note in our area, but in the Mid-State Conference, Walkertown on the softball diamond leads North Stokes 9-2. Here's the 2-2. Change up, went after it, swung on and missed. Strike 3 for J. Reb. So with runners on every base, Reb gets the first out. It's Elijah Martin, the 6'8" pitcher. RBI single in the first. And a line drive to center field for an out in the third. Grounded out to third in his last at-bat. As that one's outside. Break piece, 1-0. 462 on the season. Had yet to draw a walk heading into today. And still hasn't. Down the plate, 1-0. Fly ball to center field. Camping under it, shading towards right is Strip Matter. He'll throw it into third. And a runner will tag up from third base as Clark will score an RBI sac fly for Martin. Makes it 8-0. And 2 down brings up Jack Jordan. Incredible. You've got the number 2 man, Blake Groff, with 19 walks heading into today. Make it 20 now with his walk in the first inning. And then just 2 spots down, you've got Elijah Martin, who's hitting 462. He's raking, but he has yet to draw a walk. And with that, just 2 strikeouts. 1-0 account, Reb to Jordan. Outside. Runners on second and third after the sacrifice fly and RBI for Elijah Martin. Righty versus lefty. Golfed in the outfield. In center on his horse's Strip Matter. He'll get to it for the out. He had a long way to go. Got from deep center field to midway to second base. 1 run scores. And 2 hits. 1 error. And 2 left on base. We head to the bottom half of the 6th inning. 8-0 Wesleyan Christian Academy here on RoCo Radio and RoCoRadio.com. Join us tomorrow from Mike Dalton Field, the home of the McMichael Phoenix, as they take on these Cougars in Mid-State Conference action. Your first pitch at 7 o'clock, pregame at 6:30 right here on RoCo Radio and RoCoRadio.com. 22-2 in the 3A. That's the McMichael Phoenix record on the softball diamond and the baseball diamond. I did all the math. That's the best in the 3A of the combined. Right there is Rockingham County in the 5A. North Lincoln above them with just 2 losses on the softball diamond, undefeated at 11-0 on the baseball diamond. 8-2 for the Rockingham County softball squad and 10-1 heading into today for the baseball squad. So we got good baseball and softball here in Rockingham County. We're blessed to have great athletes and great coaches. 65 pitches so far for Elijah Martin, who works the 6th inning, that's a strike. Just great command. With the fastball, it's set up the breaking ball all evening. Had an idea that would be the case for the 6'8" righty, who threw 24 pitches, 18 strikes on Friday in relief against Grace Christian, the first loss of the year for Wesleyan, as that's inside. To the top of the order, Brady Ross. A pop fly to second base in the first, a ground out to short in the third. And of course, when you get a little help from your friends, like Joe Cocker says, 2-1. He's fouled and not fielded cleanly by Coach Helms. That's going to be, what do you rule that? EC, error on the coach. It was bare hands, though. I don't know if you can count it in there. You might have to give him a break there. 2-1 for Martin. Right down the plate, inside corner. High chopper to third. Fielded cleanly by Lohr. The throw to first is in plenty of time for the out. So Martin got a strikeout in the first and in the second. Got back-to-back in the third before double by Brady Hicks. Got out of that with a ground ball to short. After giving up his first hit in the second to Gage Rakestraw, a 4-3 unassisted double play. Then back-to-back singles, the only real trouble he's been in the fourth. An unassisted double play, the second for Mikey Papsiak at second base. Right up the middle, through the box. It's a base hit for Luke Stripmatter, his second of the game. Got out of that in the fourth, then a strikeout to start the fifth. A fly out. Alex Page in a great at-bat drew a walk. And then caught Hicks looking for his sixth strikeout of the game. One down here, runner on first base is Stripmatter. It brings up Huddy, who extended his hitting streak to 34 games in his last at-bat. There's another one over the head of the shortstop, Covington into center field. It's off the glove of the center fielder, Parsons. Heading to third, sliding in is Stripmatter. He's in safe. Heading up to second is Deal. No throw on the head first slide. Runners at second and third for the Cougars. It'll bring up Bryson Apple. Apple hit into a double play in the fourth, struck out looking in the second. The 6'3" righty heads to the plate on the right side. Martin now at 71 pitches. Inside fastball, it's off the catcher's glove, Bowman, but his strike swung on and missed. It's that cutter inside to the righty. Runners on second and third for Rockingham County. Coastal Carolina commit at the plate. Leading the team in doubles. 0-1. Sits on it as it goes outside and low, 1-1. Apple with 7 doubles heading into today, a home run, 14 RBIs. Runners at second and third, one down here in the sixth. Outside fastball, taken 2-1. You tell Martin's lost a little bit of that command he's had throughout the game. Just losing it on the corners. Here's the 2-1. That one's down the plate. Hit high into right field. Deep, way back. Backpedaling and making the catch at the fence is Woodard. The throw in to third. One run is in on the sac fly as Stripmatter scores. That one was lifted, just kept going, backpedaling. And backpedaling was Woodard to make the play. Huddy moves up to third base. And it brings up 12 Gage. Gage Rakestraw single in the second. Flew out to first base in the fourth. Inside fastball, that's taken 4 as strike. Rake hitting .385, 3 doubles, 13 RBIs. Runner on third base, outside fastball. Good framework by Bowman. Holds it there on the black. 0-2. Here's the 0-2. Jammed him. Slow roller to shortstop. Fielded in the glove of Covington. Throws on the run to get the out. 6-3. Now before a run is put on the board. On 2 hits. No errors. 1 left on base. We head to the 7th inning. 8-1 Wesleyan here on RoCo Radio and RoCoRadio.com. New pitcher will be Chase Holcomb for your Cougars here in the 7th. Great experience against great hitters for Jay Reb, who had a great outing, came in with 1 out to go in the 3rd, or in the 4th. Worked a clean 5th, gave up just 1 run in the 6th. So it'll be Holcomb, the righty. 1 inning pitched, no hits, 2 strikeouts. Pitched here at home earlier in the year. Showed good command with the break piece.
Now pitching for the Cougars, number 4, Chase Holcomb.
Against East Chapel Hill. Pitched the final inning.
Another defensive change for the Cougars. Nick Rumley re-enters in right field.
So Nick Rumley enters in right field for the Cougars as well. For Hicks. Or for Holcomb, make that straight switch. Nope, I had that right. I just had a page open to the wrong book. It is for Hicks. I was looking back at the East Chapel Hill recap in my defensive alignment there. So Holcomb heads to the hill. Be Lauer, Papsiak, and Parsons do up 6, 7, and 8 here in the 7th. Fastball with gas inside for Holcomb. Cut on and miss for a strike 0-1. Imagine we'll see Martin in the 7th. They'll want to save Covington, their ace, for the next time out. They could put Woodard out there, or Parsons, and Briggs, and Jordan, all of those with appearances. Papsiak, another starter with a 2.47 ERA, probably won't go in this one. He pitched a majority of the game Friday against Grace Christian. Holcomb works a 1-1 to the righty. Inside fastball hit high, far, deep, way back, and off the wall. In right, in left, fielded by Ross. A double. His second hit of the game brings up Mikey Papsiak. Mikey with a strikeout in the 2nd. Pop fly to second base in the 3rd. He grounded out to 2nd in the 5th. Holcomb works from the stretch for your Cougars, middle of the rubber. First pitch of the at-bat with a runner on 2nd. He's stopped in the dirt down the plate by Rakestraw, 1-0. 1-2 is fouled straight back with a 1-0, 1-1. The Trojans out of the high point, 9-1 on the year, 5-0 in conference in the Piedmont. Runner on second base, a double for Lauer to start this half inning. First inning of work for Chase Holcomb. High fastball outside, taken 2-0. As the team that beat Roberson in their first game of the year 10-0, followed that up with a big win over Charlotte Christian by 1 run in their second game of the year to set the tone as the defending champions. Here's the 2-1 breaking ball, beautiful one at the knees inside for a strike, even it up 2-2 for Holcomb. Here's the 2-2 from Holcomb. Breaking ball hangs at the plate belt buckle. Hit hard to center field. High fly ball and fielded by Strick for the out. Runner remains at second. So for Wesleyan Christian, I imagine it will be Martin with Legion Collegiate Academy on the schedule for the Trojans tomorrow. First pitch at 6:30. 3-3 for the Lancers out of Rock Hill, South Carolina. I imagine they'll want to throw Covington, who has yet to give up an earned run. 5 appearances on the year. Here's the pitch from Holcomb. High fastball outside. And same you can say for the Cougars. Great job by J-Rab, Chase Holcomb coming into this game. It leaves Hudson Deal and Bryson Apple for a key conference showdown 2-game series against McMichael this week, as that's an outside fastball for a strike. Holcomb showing command with the fastball, especially the curveball. During this first inning of work, gave up a double to leadoff hitter Lohr, but forced to fly out to center field. And now a 1-1 count to Parsons. Check swing on the breaking ball in the dirt. The infield umpire says he went 1-2. Greensboro News and Record says this is the best team in the Triad, ranked number 1 in their Triad rankings that came out this week. Here's 1-2. Ground ball fielded cleanly by Huddy. Flips it up out of his glove. Throw to first is in plenty of time. 2 down. Lohr moves over to third base on the grounder. Clean game for Huddy defensively. He's had several opportunities out there. But that's what we've come to expect, whether it's defensively, on the mound, or at the plate. Extending his hitting streak to 34 games in the 4th inning. First pitch to the number 9 hitter, Noah Clark from Holcomb. He's cut on and missed for a strike, 0-1. Runner stands at third base, 8-1 lead for Wesleyan here in the top half of the 7th. Holcomb accepts the sign from Rakestraw. Middle of the rubber, delivers from the stretch, and it's fastball for a strike. He does a great job of using the corners to set up the corner breaking ball. Wouldn't be surprised here if he goes with the breaking ball outside after the outside fastball. Here's the 0-2, breaking ball outside, and it's fouled out of play. Clark has hit the baseball hard in this one as a sacrifice to move a runner over in the 4th, a single in the 3rd, and a hard hit baseball, and a hard hit baseball as well in the 6th, the single. Here's the 0-2 from Holcomb. Breaking ball stopped by Rakestraw. It leaks towards the first base dugout, but picked up by Rake, and the runner keeps at third base. 1-2 count for Holcomb on the mound in his first inning of work. From the stretch, the righty's offering to the righty. The 1-2 is right down the plate. Swung on and missed, strike 3. Holcomb gets out of giving up an extra base hit to start things to Brandon Lauer. He advances to third, but 3 straight outs. A pop fly, a ground ball, and a strikeout. No runs on 1 hit, no errors, and 1 left at third base. We head to the bottom half of the 7th inning. 8-1 Wesleyan Christian here on RoCo Radio and RoCoRadio.com. It won't be Martin taking the baseball. Oh, maybe it will. Nope, it will be Walker Parsons. So 6 innings pitched. 6 hits, 1 run, 1 earned, 6 strikeouts. And just 1 walk issued by Martin. Great outing. Brings in Parsons, the righty. 5'11", 165 junior. Parsons with 2 appearances this year, a 6.00 ERA. 2 1/3 innings pitched, 3 hits, 2 earned runs, 2 strikeouts, and 2 walks. So one last chance here in the bottom half of the 7th inning for the Cougars. Just from the warm-up pitches, Parsons throws it hard. I'm sure some of these scouts here might have got to look at Martin too. At 6'8", a righty. When it's 6'6" and above for scouts, the stuff is really all they're looking for. Control, they feel they can work on that. But Martin presents control. I mean, he came into today with just 7 walks issued, only 1 today. Taking the best of his opportunity. So here's Parsons on the mound. It'll be Dylan Long, the first batter for the Cougars from the right side. Takes the ball. 1-0. Long grounded into double play in the second, struck out in the 5th as that one's low and outside. 2-0. Love it. Cougars into this game in the dugout. In the 7th. No, it's not over. 3 more outs. Parsons works from the delivery. 2-0. Ground ball to short. Fielded cleanly by Covington. Strong throw is high, but fielded cleanly by Goff for the out. He's a smooth operator there at shortstop, Jesse Covington. 1, 2, 3 putouts by himself, and then 2 double plays today. Unassisted. For Papsiak at second base. Ground ball high, chopper for Rumley. It's off the glove on the backhand for Papsiak. Still makes the throw and safe for Rumley. I'll bring up Alex Page, who walked in the 5th. A beautiful at-bat. Was down at 2 strikes, worked it full, and then was issued a walk on a low outside slider. Struck out in the 3rd in his first at-bat. For the number 8 hitter, Page, right-handed first baseman. High fastball outside for Parsons in his first inning of work. 2 appearances, 2 1/3 innings, 3 hits, 2 earned runs, and 2 strikeouts. For the 5'11" righty. High fastball again for Page at the letters down the plate. Cougars' only run came in the 6th. A sac fly RBI to right field for Bryson Apple. Third base side for Parsons. Sneaks a look over to first base as it's an inside fastball foul back. 2-1. For number 13, Alex Page. Parsons digs his back cleat into the rubber from the mound. Now settles in the middle. It offers home. Inside fastball again fouled out of play. Keep it even, 2-2. Runner on first. Infield single for Nick Rumley hustling down the line. As Papsiak playing towards first, had to hustle on the backhand towards second base and couldn't make a play. Breaking ball outside, snap back throw to first. It's in the glove of Goff, who's down to 2 knees, but no tag on Rumley. Full count, 3-2 to Page, 1 down. Here in the bottom half of the 7th inning. Rumley to the cut of the grass will take a step back towards first base with Goff covering. The full count pitch. Inside fastball hit hard into right field. High fly ball. And into the glove of the right fielder Woodard. Will make the catch for out number 2. Brings it Chase Holcomb in his first at-bat. Entered the game in the top of the 7th on the mound and replacing Brady Hicks, who started the game in right field. Holcomb with the only extra base hit for the Cougars, a double in the 3rd. Holcomb from the left side has to jump out of the way of a fastball inside. 1-0. The freshman Chase Holcomb from the left side. Here's a 1-0. Secondary lead for Rumley. Hit hard through the hole. It's fielded by Covington. He touches the bag and gets the force at second base. He's a heck of a defensive player. And that ends it. No runs on one hit in that half inning. No errors. Nobody left.
Be in action again tomorrow night versus McMichael at McMichael.
An 8-1 win for Wesleyan to move to 10-1 overall in the season. It moves the road record to 4-1 overall. They've now outscored opponents 102-31. And for the Cougars, they fall to 10-2 overall in the season. Their first loss here at Sam Jones Baseball Complex. They'll hit the road for their 4th matchup on the road this season. Looking to move to 6-0 in the Mid-State Conference tomorrow night. They'll face another tough squad in 8-2 McMichael in the first of a 2-game set in the Mid-State Conference on Tuesday. I imagine it'll be Apple on the mound for Rockingham County. It'll be either Apple or Huddy getting this start. We'll see who McMichael goes with. A great week for McMichael last week, going 3-0. 2 big wins over Reedsville, and then a win against the higher power Southwest Guilford. A walk-off win in the 8th on a walk. Jack Rogers had a 2 RBI double in the 7th. With 2 down to cut it to 1. And then Eli Gann down the line, third base side, with an RBI single on the hit and run scored Rogers to tie it to send it to extras. Easton Tillman entered the game, the ace for the Phoenix. Got in a bit of trouble. The bases were loaded, 2 down, and a changeup ended things for the Cowboys, who left the bases loaded at least 5 times in that game. In the 8th, bases get loaded for the Phoenix. And it was Grayson Shelton drawing the walk to win the ball game for the Phoenix. And then with the win on Reedsville on Friday, moved to 8-2 overall. So a great matchup in the Mid-State Conference. We'll have both matchups Tuesday and Friday. We start tomorrow from Mike Dalton Field. Yours truly, Jonathan Hatley, with the call. It'll be the 10-2 Cougars versus the 8-2 McMichael Phoenix. We'll have that game across all platforms tomorrow on RoCoRadio.com, Facebook, YouTube, Substack, and more. You can follow us on X as well, Joe Dexter Media, for your coverage there. Our schedule for the whole week is posted at Facebook.com/Radio Rockingham. So, tough loss, 8-1, but this is a game that's going to mean something later next month. This is a game that sets you up for next month for both teams. You want to take on the best competition possible. You look at this Wesleyan Christian program, this is a championship program that only builds you up as you head into games that really matter, the postseason. You want the conference title, sure. You want the conference tournament championship. But everything from this point on builds you up for that playoff run you're looking to make. And, man, this Wesleyan Christian team loaded in the lineup. Great pitching from Elijah Martin. He goes 6 innings strong, 6 hits, 1 earned run, 1 walk, and 6 strikeouts. The command was where the game was won on the mound. And then the defense, spectacular behind him. Jesse Covington with several big plays at short. And then 2 unassisted double plays for second baseman Mikey Papsiak. Got the job done for this Wesleyan Christian squad, who came into today hitting .309. That average is going up after putting several strong innings together at the plate. The Virginia Tech commit, Cole Bowman, an RBI single in the 4th. RBI single for Elijah Martin in his own accord in the 1st, and a sac fly RBI in the 6th. Leadoff man Jesse Covington with 3 singles in the game after striking out in the 1st looking. Nick Rumley was strong in 3 2/3. He gave up 6 hits, 6 runs, and strikeout 6 as well. He had 3 strikeouts in the 1st. Gave up the 1 walk, but that was costly to Blake Goff and set the tone as he came in to score from second base on the RBI single from Martin. 2 strikeouts and a flyout in the 2nd for Rumley, and then some trouble in the 3rd inning. In the 4th inning, he came out, got 2 outs, but relieved by Jay Rebb, who had a strong 5th inning and a good outing. And Chase Oakham gets 3 outs after giving up an extra base hit in the 7th to Brandon Lauer. Got a pop fly to center field, a ground ball to short, and a strikeout of Noah Clark. So a good outing from Rebb and Holcomb. In this one, sets up 2 big games this week remaining against the McMichael Fighting Phoenix. This is the week where we'll start to see those mid-state standings. Now they stand Rockingham County at 5-0, Moorhead at 4-0, McMichael at 5-1. There's going to be some separation at the top, unless, of course, they split, which will make things even more intriguing down the stretch here at the end of the season. Moorhead with 2 key games against Reidsville at 4-0 in the conference. They'll play at home on Tuesday. Tomorrow, Jay Ramey will bring you that call on YouTube. You can listen in on our YouTube page by searching for RoCo Radio. And, of course, we've got the 2 McMichael games. And on Wednesday, we bring you softball action, 2 top teams in North Carolina. It's in the 5A, Rockingham County, the defending state champions, the former 3A champions, take on the favorite in the 3A this year after realignment, the McMichael Phoenix, undefeated on the year at 12-0. That will be a great matchup at Rockingham County. We'll bring you that with your first pitch at 6 o'clock, your pregame at 5:30. Respect for both programs. Great programs with great leadership and great coaches. Coach Dalton, Coach Taylor, you're led by Coach Casto over there at McMichael, Coach Moore and Coach Langle at Rockingham County. When it comes to championships, softball and championship level players and coaching players to a championship level, it doesn't get any better than Coach Langle and Coach Casto. Coach Casto picking up win number 100 on the year. Coach Langle, a state championship and leading a program to 20-plus victories and continuously being strong for the Rockingham County Cougars, who are 8-2, 12-0. For the Phoenix, we'll have that game on Wednesday. We bring you baseball action between the Phoenix and Cougars on Tuesday. We bring it back to you on Friday, and more baseball action on Tuesday as Moorhead takes on Reidsville at home on future Panthers night. Glad to have you along here in this one as Wesleyan defeats Rockingham County 8-1. 1 run in the 1st, 4 in the 3rd, 2 in the 4th, 1 in the 6th. The Cougars get their only run in the 6th. That came on a sac fly RBI by Bryson Apple to right field after back-to-back hits for Luke Strittmatter and Hudson Deal, who had 2 hits in this one, went 2 for 3, extends his hitting streak to 34 consecutive games dating back to the 4th game of last season. Final score 8-1. We'll be back on the airwaves. Can't wait to be joined by the Hat Man tomorrow as we bring you the 8-2 Phoenix and the 10-2 Cougars on the baseball diamond. Until then, have a good night, everybody. Take care. God bless.